What's happening, people? Welcome to Nocturnal Thoughts. I am your host, Nocturnal. What's happening? Salute to the real, death to the fake. DEAF, death to the fake. Nocturnal motivational quote of today: the weight of the world can be heavy on your shoulders, so you got to keep on pressing. Salute. Today's topic: Tyson Fury versus Deontae Wilder. The chessboard. You got your kings, your queens, your bishop, your knights, your rooks, and your pawns. Who's being the most strategic? You have on one hand Tyson Fury holding Deontae Wilder to the contract, to the last word, are threatening to actually sue. You have Deontae Wilder, who is offering a payout, are basically paying him to step aside based off whether or not Andy Ruiz was able to pull off the upset against Anthony Joshua. So right now I'm a little bit undecided on who I think is making the best moves. I see the strategy in both, so I'm just kind of watching and surveying, and trying to think about whose strategy is going to be victorious in the long run. I see the hypocrisy in Tyson Fury, but I see the method to his madness. Definitely a hypocrite move. Definitely. My man Blue Blood, shouts out to Blue Blood Sports TV. It's like he said, you already had the immediate rematch and you left Deontae Wilder at the altar, and now you want to turn around in a hypocrite's fashion and try to hold the man to the contract when he offered you money to step aside. My thing is this, though. First of all, we don't know who's going to be the victorious fighter between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? The other thing for me is this: if Andy Ruiz was able to pull off a victory, I don't want to just throw him to I can't even say it like that. That's disrespectful to Andy Ruiz. This is what I want to say: if Andy Ruiz pulls off another upset against Anthony Joshua, then I would like for him to be able to enjoy his championship a little bit. Let him fight at least one, not a tomato can, but let him fight some guys, to get him prepped to fight a Deontae Wilder or Tyson Fury. Not to say that his career, that he hasn't fought good fighters. I just want to see the man, be able to hold down his championship without the pressure of fighting a Deontae Wilder right after he finished fighting Anthony Joshua. I just feel like if Tyson Fury can go fight Schwartz, if Anthony Joshua can say, after I fight Andy Ruiz, I'm going to go fight me an easy fight. If Deontay Wilder can fight a Dominic Brazil, then Andy Ruiz deserves to be able to fight. Let him pick. Let him and his team have a. If he's calling out Deontay Wilder, if Andy Ruiz is calling out Deontay Wilder, then more power to him. Let that be. But my thing is this, because I want to jump back to Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Like I said, both kings, both making king moves. It reminds me of Vikings. When Vikings would land and take over a certain part of land, that king would usually send a peace offering or would send a treasure chest, a chest full of treasure, and extend out a bargaining system or a negotiation system with the Vikings. And that strategy played well, where the Vikings possibly would take that treasure as a bait, put their guards down, and then the king's men would come in and kill them all. That worked sometimes, and sometimes it didn't. Sometimes, if the Vikings sniffed that out, then they would set their own trap, take the money and take the land. So I'm interested to see how this situation is going to play out between Deontae Wilder and Tyson Fury. Like I said, I see the method of madness between both men. I slightly agree with both men. If I had to absolutely stand on ground on this decision, if it was my decision, I rock with Bomb Squad on this. And being that Tyson Fury had the opportunity to fight him and he chose not to, and see, I kind of feel like Deontay Wilder had him on the hook, and he let the fish wiggle off the hook, so he don't want to catch him again. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's a tricky little subject. I don't know. I can't for now be sure where exactly I land on, so I'm just going to put a pin in that and move on to the next conversation. Mikey Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao. I feel like actually those two fighters would produce a good fight to watch. But at the same time, I feel like that fight, no one's really asking for it. So the timing is off. Had not Mikey Garcia already got knocked off the chessboard by Errol Spence, and had not Manny Pacquiao already dethroned Keith Thurman, then this fight would have a lot more allure to it. But now we already kind of can see the outcome between these two guys, so we really don't want to watch it. We know what would happen. It would be a good fight, definitely be a good fight, but most of us see it, oh well, I can only speak for myself, I see it that most likely Manny Pacquiao would win this fight. But win, lose, or draw, it just doesn't have any like, we would not, if Manny Pacquiao lost to Mikey Garcia, what would we care for that? What would we care? Because we really didn't even care if he would have lost to Keith Thurman. There's really nothing that Manny Pacquiao can do at this time that would, ruin his legendary status. So him fighting Mikey Garcia, if he lost that fight, we would still let him take his victory lap. You know what I mean? If he won that fight, we would say, well, he won another fight against, Mikey Garcia. Now, on the other hand, Mikey Garcia, has he earned a shot at Manny Pacquiao? I was watching Punch Drunk Boxing the other night, and he proposed the question, did Mikey Garcia, has he done enough to even be back in a position? And I say no. I say, if anything, Errol Spence knocked him off the chessboard, but he at least knocked him down to pawn status. And no, Mikey has not made the moves to position himself as a pawn to attack a king. He's not in the position to try to take over rulership, in my opinion. So the fight is a good fight, but it's not good timing. And I know that everybody wants to see Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, but that's, to me, based off of Errol Spence fighting Sean Porter. Now, I know a lot of us already think 100% that Errol Spence is going to dominate, destroy, and defeat Sean Porter. I am one of them. Most definitely. Salute. But that's my point of view. Manny Pacquiao's point of view, I don't think he can afford to think like I would think. So I feel like it's still a little premature to call a legendary fighter like Manny Pacquiao a duck. I think it's a little premature to say he's ducking Errol Spence when we still have 3 weeks to go and nobody truly knows the outcome of Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. So we can't say that Manny Pacquiao is ducking Errol Spence when we don't know what would happen or what's going to happen into the future, you know. But I understand why some people say that, thinking 3 steps ahead, but that's from your point of view. From Manny Pacquiao's point of view, he's in a position where he should be able to pick who he wants to fight and how he wants to fight. It's similar to Mayweather. You know, people wanted to see him fight Keith Thurman on his way out, and he chose to fight Berto, which is to me comparison to Manny Pacquiao fighting Mikey Garcia. Not 100% the same, but still a safer pick. My opinion on Manny Pacquiao fighting Errol Spence. This is my opinion. Like I said, it's premature to call him a duck. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to say this. I would rather see Manny Pacquiao retire on top right now versus fighting Mikey Garcia, or I would rather see Manny Pacquiao fight Errol Spence and either, you know, come out victorious or pass the torch. It's nocturnal thoughts. I appreciate anybody and everybody that's supporting and subscribing to my channel. It's salute to the real, deaf, DEAF to the fake. Like I said before, sometimes this world, it gets heavy on your shoulders. And my advice to you is, keep on pressing. Salute. I'm out.